Hello everybody, it's Mark Huntington with Empower Kidney Warriors. What do you do if your batch fails and you need to get on dialysis? Or if through poor planning, maybe you forgot to start a batch and all of a sudden you realize you have to get on and you're in a pinch. What do you do? Well, fortunately, when you're on home hemodialysis, you do have the option of switching to what they call hanging bags. The far more in the last video, I showed how to start a dialysate batch, which is running right now. And this is the far more simple and efficient solution because this dialysate batch can just be hooked directly to the cartridge. But again, plan B, if your batch fails, which does happen, come home and you expect the batch to be ready and it's failed for some reason and you've got to be on. Or again, you thought you started a batch and you didn't. So rather than having, just being able to throw dialysis out for the window, plan B is hanging bags. I'm going to show you how to set that up, how to get your bag on the warmer, how to hang up the rest of the hanging bags, and then how to use our little warmer lines to connect all four of the bags and run them through the cartridge so that when you set them up, you're using hanging bags instead of dialysate from the regular dialysate pure flow bin here. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I've got a bunch of boxes ready to roll right down here. I get to tear those out now and get out 6 hanging bags. It takes 6 hanging bags to complete one treatment. Of course, it's preferable to not have to use hanging bags. They are plan B, and you just use them in a pinch. So let's remove them from their plastic covering. This is what they look like. Make sure that the tubes are hanging down, of course. And you use the bar in the back here to hang these suckers up. On here, and then one on the other side. And so on and so forth. Four bags go up on the rack, of course. 5th bag goes on the warmer. Make sure that our tubing is facing out that direction. And here we go. We got a little strap in for the bag up here. Once you have this in, of course, lift up the arm. See, so once you've got it closed, you do have to lift this thing up and open it in order to set the machine so that you can prime and drop a new cartridge in. So we're going to go ahead and do that now and flip the power on to the pure flow machine. As you see, it's coming to life, and what we're waiting here for is the yellow lights to start blinking. That's what lets us know that we're ready to start a new cartridge. Once we have power, we can also turn on the warmer. Okay, so once this is in and you've just turned up the temperature on the warmer, this bag will warm up the temperature. Of course, it has sensors, so it will not let you start treatment unless the temperature is sufficient. But it warms up really, really quickly. So now at this point, we may as well go ahead and drop our cartridge and finish up the setup process. Seen these before. Here's the dialyzer. Here is all of the tubing. It's the bag. You want to make sure that you've cinched up your blue and your red lines. Make sure that you just tighten those up and they're nice and snug. Remove all of the ties and the plastic packaging. Save this bag for later. I like to make sure that I've sort of pulled it out and that everything looks like it's, it's going to come out and not get all tangled. Drop the cartridge in, of course, facing front. They're so nice as to put a little smiley face on there for you so that you know that's what you need to look at. So, smiley face facing forward. Get your cartridge in there. Press all 3 connecting points in there where the tubing actually snaps in. I like to kind of use my body to make sure everything is just clear. There's no tubing stuck, because things can get stuck inside of here. So make sure you don't push and start snapping anything closed with any kinked tubing. Push in and push down. Thing snaps in smoothly. And at this point, I make sure to again unravel this. You can get a little tangled up sometimes. Usually it just pops right out, but of course this is real life, folks, so it's going to be all tangled up today. Okay, finally. These things do have a tendency to get kind of twisted up on you, so it is important to make sure that you've got everything straightened out. There we are. I'm going to just go ahead and park this up here for just a second and make sure that then we grab our saline bag next. Here's our saline bag. Open this up. Now this is where again the saving the priming spike for later comes in. Pop this off. This priming spike is sharp. Make sure you don't stick yourself with it as you prime the saline bag. Put that in there, and you have to really twist it good to get this sucker in there. So some people actually will use, even pliers, to try to maybe give it a good twist in there, or just hold on to the bag. Make sure that you twist and you push it until you can absolutely see it pushing up above the line there. You see the bubbles that just came up. That lets me know that I've got the priming spike is completely clear. It's not obstructed or occluded in any way. If it is, it's going to cause your problems later on. So that's all cleared up. We make sure we hang the bag. And last thing, always connect your pod, your pressure pod here. If you don't do that, man, during the priming process, you're going to get air in this system and it's not going to work. You're going to have all kinds of issues. You'll have to pull air out of the cartridge, or even worse, just start over. So here we are. We have pressure pod connected. All of our lines good. Priming spike cleared. We made sure that the fluid is running correctly. I have my yellow lights blinking. That means I'm ready to start priming. I hit the button here and off we go. So priming takes 23 minutes. During priming, that's when I lay out my supplies, get my heparin ready, and get ready for my regular treatment. Thanks for joining me on this. I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you find it useful. Chime in if there are other things, other topics that you want to see, maybe steps in the process. If you're considering home hemo, feel free to leave questions, reach out. That's what this channel is for, is to support people, and for people who might be considering home hemo, to kind of get a bird's eye view of what it is like. It is just, it's not so intimidating as maybe as people think. And personally, it's been a great move for me. It's very empowering to just do it solo, do it at home, and have that kind of autonomy. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and again, engage in the channel. Let me know what you want to see next.